Hello and welcome back to another Warframe video. So, I did indeed get to Mastery Rank 23, as you'll see here in a second. Now, quick plug, I have a Patreon for you newcomers, so if you'd like to support the channel and get exclusive content while you're at doing that, I have a link in the description below. I tell stories, sound effects, all good fun. In addition to that, I also have a Instagram where you can DM me for commissions of any kind of voice type, spicy included. Now, let's get right into this. It was the funny part here, and I did timestamp it. I did timestamp it at 5:33. If you just want to skip it and come back, or you're only here for that one little giggle and then you leave, that's fine too. I don't know. He might have been confused. Maybe he was trying to go forward and all he could go was left and right. Like, I don't know. That was funny though. That was genuinely funny. I liked that. That was a good time. That was a hoot and a holler, if you will. So, I had actually, while I was going through this, and, by the way, you should look up the bullshit that is, Mastery Test 23. It's not that it's hard, it's that... Why? I don't get it. I don't get it, honestly. Because I get interception, right? Control points. I get that. But then scooting around like Roombas on crack, what is that actually testing us for? What is that really training us for? Because outside of that mastery test, there's nothing like it in the game anywhere else at all. I mean, yeah, sure, it could be testing your speed and your ability to, calm down while you're trying to be hasty, and try to guess, or at least react as fast as possible in a calm way, to sudden changes. Sure, yeah, but it just looked really silly. And, kind of all of these, since I hit 20, have been easy so far. There was an Arcwing one, there was, arena type, like on, what was it, Sedna? Or Ceres? I don't know. One of the missions where it's titled Arena, and then it's like a PvP scenario mission. You know the one if you play this game, for a while. And, it's got NPCs. It's like that, and that really wasn't an issue, even with, like, the shield dropping guy. The Bombard? I think it was a Bombard. I don't know. But that was easy. I had an Arcwing mission. I had this little weird thing. It was mighty easy. And I'm happy about that. Because I mainly just want to get to 30 to have, like, obviously the prestige of it. But the bonus ribbon slots, as well as, like, all the extra capacity that, I'm going to be getting climbing through each mastery rank, and the other bonuses are nice as well. Being able to give a blessing, I really should look up how long that blessing lasts. It might be 30 minutes or it might be 3 hours. I really should look that up. But, yeah, I mainly just want to give that. But, I'm still running this, though. I'm still running Ascension with a, oh yeah, you gotta love that host migration. With an Affinity Booster, and it's weird. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's so inconsistent. I'll be running one of these matches, right? And there will be a time where I will only get from 0 to 14 with an Affinity Booster, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, inhaled saliva. That's never fun. And there will be other matches where I will go from 0 to 30 on both weapons. It doesn't make any sense. Like the way they kind of nerfed it a bit is just inconsistent. I have noticed that if you go into the hallway at the end, right before the last flight of stairs, and it goes up and then it's outside, to the loot cave doors. If you kill them, oh, sorry. And then you go back, almost out to the elevator again, and then run back into that room. I don't know if that does trigger them more often, but it seems like it spawns them more. It seems like it. So, if you did want to try that, if you're doing the same thing as I am, it might actually be helpful. At the very least, it's a placebo effect, and it makes me feel better about the grind. So, yeah, either way, it's a positive. It's still a win. But, yeah, doing this is still fun to me. Whenever it gets late into the night and I'm already tired from, working, doing commissions, and other voice acting projects that I have, it does kind of get into a slog, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how fun it is. If you do it like a bajillion times in a row, you're going to get a bit tired, So that's my advice. If you are going to do this same thing, make sure to take breaks. Because I do take breaks. Sometimes I'll hop on Diablo 4 with one of my besties and just fuck around, kill stuff, level up. Just cleanse the palate, if you will. Just having a nice palate cleanser. Sometimes maybe I'll get on Halo, or other times I just won't play anything at all. And I'll just go outside, maybe, go to Wella's house. That's, for those of you who aren't familiar with the shorthand, abuela, grandma in Spanish. Go to her house, which is like 15 feet away. We live in a family property. And, I'll just spend some time with her. Out in her garden. It's important to take breaks. The recovery is important. You have to do it. Because there's no point in burning yourself out on something that you love. And boy, let me tell you, is this one hell of a special interest. Ooh-wee. Yeah, this, the game thought it got its hooks into me. Nah, baby girl, it's the other way around. I got my hooks into the game. Okay? Oh, man. I do want to make more build videos, by the way. But like I said in one of the previous videos, I'm basically out of stuff. However, I did get, and this is the first time that I've ever seen this for consoles since I've been playing, right? I think they're actually starting to be a little nicer to consoles. I know that y'all PC players, and I linked my accounts today, so I can cross-trade. I know that y'all get discounts for Platinum. We never got Plat discounts. Ever. Up until recently. The first time I got it was yesterday. Okay, the first time I got a Plat discount was yesterday. So, that's nice. Well, actually, it wasn't so much of a Plat discount as it was, hey, we're gonna throw on some bonus Plat for whenever you buy some. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, an extra couple of hundred would do me good. So I was running low on Plat, as you may or may not have seen, in the previous video, or this one. And now I'm like up to 800, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know what, that's pretty nice. Okay, I can fuck with that. So now I can get prime parts to get the rest of my builds done, and I can get Forma if I'm super desperate. Look, I'm gonna tell you, run invasions, okay? Run invasions. For the Detonite, the Mutagen Mask, the Field Drawn, do not buy any of those in the market. It is 10 Plat for a single one. No. Don't waste your money on that. Hell no. Plus, you get 3 at a time. Sure, you might have to wait a couple of days, but sometimes they all drop at the same time, so you get 9. And you'll need, like, what? 1 to 5, sometimes 7. So yeah, trust me, that you need to stick to farming on. And even on that note, don't buy the 3 bundle of Plat very often, because you will chew through your Platinum like crazy. I started out at 1,000 Platinum, okay, and then I bought some stuff, and then I bought, like, a bunch of Forma. I just wanted to complete my stuff. I didn't really care. I knew I was going to get more Platinum anyway. Yeah, don't go. That will chew through it faster than anything else. That will. I did get the Arcane Energize, though, so that is going to be another big boost, to my Platinum, thankfully. after this event goes off, because, like I said in the previous, MR leveling video, I don't have any use for Arcane Energize. The way that I play, I just don't need it. I just don't need it for my builds. I have ways that suit my energy needs in tandem with my playstyle a lot better than Arcane Energize would. Now, if I had a different playstyle, yeah, it'd be perfect. But I don't. Hopefully I'll be able to sell it to somebody who needs it, but I also do absolutely need to have my plat because I'm also helping one of my best friends also level up in MR. And unlike myself, where I work from home, they still have a 10-hour-a-day job, like I used to. And, let me tell you, yeah, that shit's no less tiring than when I was working it. So, I just help them out, I help them get some prime parts, whatever they need. We farm together, for prime parts, for weapons, and other frames and stuff like that. So, yeah, since I got a little bit extra time than they do, might as well help them out a bit, I think that's fair. Especially since they go fucking ham in the paint in this game. Golly, the way they tear stuff up with Garuda, it's inspiring. And slightly arousing. Yeah. Something that I actually got a little bit tired of, right? Because you can tell that I'm using the Dual Toxocyst here. Is charging up the Incarnants. That's like the one bad thing is some of these guns, some of these Incarnate weapons were just so bad that their initial form was just unusable. The fire rate is just abysmal. It is, oh my goodness, it is hot dog water. Alright? It is hot dog water that you have drank and pissed out, and has been reused for more hot dog water. And I put up with it because the gun's Incarnate form is the exact opposite. like you have an off-brand Mexican toy of a superhero to start with, and then you get the $5,000, articulating, perfectly detailed, handmade, laser etched figurine. And whenever you go Incarnate, so I put up with it, but man, I think I'm just gonna go back to my Grok so I can just have power when I need it, when I want it. Because I got the reload down to a second, so it's 3-second reload for the Twin Grakatas is no issue. But another thing I found out too is that the Twin Grakatas don't really run into the damage attenuation as hard as the Dual Toxocysts. And I don't know why. I don't know if they're overcoming it, or if they are, or if they're just underneath the trigger for the damage attenuation, or what's going on. But the one time I did run them off camera, it just went shoo, done, dead and dead. Unlike what you just saw. Now, I don't know if that's because I was running Corrosive and Heat. I don't know if that's because I had more or less Lethal Torrent. I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to do a more comfortable run. But I may do some testing. I'm about a third of the way into MR23 currently. I have 83,000 more. So 83,746K. Well, whatever, you understand. 224. So that's exciting also. Boy, oh boy. Jade is fun. I love feeling like an AC-130. That is fun. I haven't looked up any builds for her yet, but it's definitely fun to fly around. It really is. I enjoy it. Do you guys like playing Jade? I think it's a little bit weird that, she's still pregnant, and we're fighting with a pregnant woman, and killing hordes of people. It's a little weird. It's just a little strange. I get it from a lore standpoint, or canonically, I suppose, because, we were building her as she was initially made or transformed. So she still had, the pouch and the life force, but instead of having the real baby, we have a copy. So we have a copy of whenever she was pregnant, so her architecture is going to be the same. And that makes sense canonically, but it's just a little weird. However, I will say, it's a hell of a lot better than running around with Styanax's nipple tassels, or his, 2-foot-long regular nippies slapping his biceps as he runs. That's just weird. I don't know who is who was like, you know what? This fucks. Let's send it. I appreciate weird things. I do. It's very different. It's very unique. But I'm gonna put a big chest plate on him. Just me personally. But I appreciate the comedic value in it. It's just weird to have a Spartan with nipple tassels. I'm glad they made that toggleable. Well, I've been rambling on about for probably too long, so I will let you guys continue on your day. And I'm glad y'all enjoy these. I'm glad. I honestly really thought at first that y'all wouldn't enjoy seeing me just play the game, running around, talking about whatever. But I was pleasantly proven wrong. So, that's nice. Feels good. Feels good. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. And I will, indeed, at some point be bringing up another build video as soon as I have recouped my resources. Now, if you've made it this far, I would like to ask one question. Would you like to see the setup that I have for my Gara Prime build? I mean, it's not going to be, super heavy meta. It's going to be more for comfort and fun, while also doing some pretty nasty damage. If you would, let me know. I guess you can just type Gara in the comments below, if you would indeed like to see my setup for that. Well, I'll see you guys later, and I will leave you to the trailer from my latest Patreon video. See y'all later. Ta-da! Jacloma exclaimed, removing the small sheet with a flourish. Horpailu stared at the small machine on his employer's table. Jacloma was one of the employees in engineering and had been charged with creating a more compact cleaning machine for spacecraft. There were several prototypes being tested, this being the latest.
I'm, not sure why I should be impressed, to be honest.
Horpailu admitted.
It's underwhelming, and yet you seem extremely proud of this one.
Because it's completely human-proof, Jacloma declared.
Sorry, come again?
Humans and their pack bonding. No matter what kind of robot we come up with, they immediately start bonding, he said. But I figured out the problem. You see, all the robots we created are similar to organics. We give them graspers to pick up garbage, orient them like us with controls at the top and wheels at the bottom, stuff like that. But look at this. Structurally, it has no similarities to any sentient species.
Alright, I appreciate your passion. But there is a problem with this. Humans will pack bond